Hello, and this is Vin Chembry, the president of WOWzer Technologies, and I want to continue on Show You the Money, or Show Me the Money. You know, I am sometimes amazed when I see a small business person doing their books, and I get a variety of different reactions, and I get a variety of different people doing them a variety of different ways. But the things I want to point out today is the 5 common accounting mistakes that are made by small business owners, okay? And the first one is that they have unorganized records. You know, paper has been the thing for a long period of time. Even though we've gone digital, I still see clients have their records in paper format. You know, I used to have that as well, but even though I was organized, it could be a bit of a drag. And also, I would take them, put them in my scanner, and then upload them into a storage area as well. What I found was that when I looked around, one of the apps that I found works really, really well, it's called HubDoc. What I really like about this app is simply this, that no matter where I am, with my phone, and I even did this when I was away, I was overseas in 2019 before the pandemic, and I actually took pictures of my receipts, no matter where I was, and by taking a picture through this app called HubDoc, I was able to upload it instantaneously into my accounting software, okay? So what had happened is that I could literally take a picture. It says who I bought it from. So let's say that I went to Shell to buy some gas for the car. It would show Shell, then it would show the date, and it would show the amount. And when I go home, I get onto my computer, and one time, because it's Shell, and let's say I go there on a regular basis, I could then take it and code it to the appropriate account, and from there I can push it into my accounting system. What would happen is automatically I would have a copy of it in HubDoc, which I can make copies from HubDoc to a cloud storage place. I can also extract the taxes from it. So before I push it, so if there's GST or PST, I can do that as well. And then that transaction finds its way to my accounting software, which I use as Xero. And what would happen is the actual copy of the receipt shows up on the line on the accounting side, and it made it so much easier. It extracted actually the taxes as well, and I auto-synced it, so the next time, guess what? A Shell bill comes out, it goes to the right place. So what have I done? I've become efficient, paperless, and automated all at the same time. Highly recommend it. That's one way to get around it. Something else, point 2 of the 5 common mistakes is unreconciled accounts. What does that mean? That means that, for example, your bank accounts, you don't take the time to find out on a month-to-month basis that the totals are accurate. I remember the very, very first time that I had a client being audited by CRA, and what had happened is I went to my boss and I said, here's what I've got. And she said to me, do you know the time span? I said, yeah, because they always give you a time span. I think it was 2 or 3 years. She says, in that 2 or 3 year window, you need to balance everything. So what does that mean? You reconcile all the bank accounts, all the credit card accounts, every single one of them. You gotta know where you are. And unless you do that, how are you going to know? The third thing is that you don't take into account small transactions. And small transactions over a period of time can add up. And therefore, you can miss out on expenses and all kinds of things as well. And the other issue that becomes with, if you remember the story I just told you when my client was being audited, guess what? Small transactions are part of that as well. I remember going to my boss at the time. It was a CPA, and she said, Vince, you've got to balance to the penny, because upon an audit, that is exactly what they're going to look at. And things that are left out are going to go against you. So make sure it's to the penny. Now, you say, oh my goodness, is this something that I want to be doing? Well, maybe not. And I'll get to that later. Okay, so it's really important to make sure that you account for small transactions as well. Number 4 is not having backups. You know, I see this a lot. You have your accounting system, but what if something was to happen? What would you do? How would you start? Where would you go? It's really important to make sure that you have a backup of your data. As a matter of fact, we were taught even many years ago always to have 2 backups. right? And one, if you're in an office on-site, and one definitely off-site, because you just never know what could happen. But with technology right now, you can make backups even from where you are and put them in different storage places, and they're off-site anyways, and you can access them from anywhere. I highly recommend that you do that. And not to mention, something else that I see is a lot of small businesses, they don't even use an accounting system. And there's plenty of them out there. I use Xero, and I find it incredibly wonderful, especially when you connect HubDoc with it as well. I'm going to continue that story. So remember I told you about having a paperless system? How about an automated system as well? So HubDoc transfers the actual transaction over. Let's say it was Shell, and it was $60, and let's say it was January 15th. Well, on the Xero side, whether you pay for it in credit card, by credit card or by debit card, you do these things called, you connect the bank feeds. So think of every line in your bank account has a transaction. You can actually connect those bank feeds, is what they are, to a Xero cloud accounting software. And therefore, on the 15th, let's say you had a $50 expense for gas. Well, on the Xero side, let's say you have a TD Bank, it says January 15th, $50 as well, and they match. Not only do they match, but you also have a copy of the actual electronic document inside Xero, inside of HubDoc. So you got 2 copies right off the bat. And if you want, you can even make more copies. That is even doable. So that's what I mean about backups and having an accounting system. I mean, the best thing to do is have a cloud accounting software. Why? You can access it from anywhere, and they automatically do backups as well, and you can make backups if you want to. So that alleviates that potential of losing your data, because what would you do if you didn't have backups? Would you have to start again? Can you imagine the cost of doing that? It's happened. It even happened to me with my business when, I had a server crash many years ago, and I thought I had backups, and guess what? I didn't. I should have had a second set of backups. Remember I said about that? Had I had that, it would not have mattered. It happens. And the 5th one is you should be working on your business, not on your books, okay? I talked to a lot of small business people and people in general, and they don't like numbers. Now, can you imagine doing the books as well? And do you do them on a regular basis? Probably not. It goes way down on your to-do list, and sometimes it doesn't even get done. I've even had that happen to me. Why? Because I want to be working on my business. I want to expand the business. And as much as I love doing the numbers, after a while, I've had more than enough. It's just a reality. So if I can say that, somebody who loves numbers, then I would suggest that you find someone to do that. And we'd be happy to do that. I have a team that does this for you. We actually do the work for you. We use cloud accounting. We do backups as well. And we can digitize your process as well. And even if you have to start from 2 years behind or 3 years behind, we have a fantastic way to get it done and get your data as updated as quickly as possible by using technology. So in summarizing, what I would say is this: have organized records, reconcile your books, pay attention to the small transactions or the details is another way to say it. Have a backup and have a cloud accounting software, and work on your business, not on your books. I hope this has helped, and if you have any questions, please let me know. I would look forward to hearing whatever that you have to share with me, and if I can help in any way, I'd be happy to. Have a great day. God bless, and we'll talk to you soon. Ciao for now.